Welcome to the SCP. So I don't actually know what SCP stands for, but actually now I know. It says it there at the top of your screen. SCP stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. Now SCP is a very old, I would want to say, institution in the horror genre. I would say it's a very very old format that's being used time and time again. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this today is because I was going through it because I'm kind of a sicko to myself. I was reading SCPs last night and I was afraid. I got very afraid of the noises that I was hearing. And I heard a bunch of noises and it freaked me out and I couldn't sleep very very well. So that's why I'm kind of tired. If you can believe that I'm kind of tired, I'm actually kind of tired. But it's funny because I found this SCP. So I clicked the random button a couple times, and then I was also trying to find a new SCP, but I couldn't find one. So I went online and I read this list of okay, what SCPs do people recommend me to read, right? Well, this is an SCP about a burlap bag of potatoes. I didn't read this yet. I saw the description of it and I was like, I have to save this for stream. So, chat, we're going to experience this SCP together. We're going to delete a couple elements on the site, because a couple elements on the site are kind of just in the way. Delete. Cool. And we are going to... Why is there so much space on the left of this? What's that? So much margin. 0. 24. We are going to read about this burlap sack of potatoes, which is apparently a SCP monster. Now, a bit more background, right? Again, because I didn't really explain it well. SCPs were the original back room, as well as the original liminal room, right? Before back rooms, before liminality, before even FNAF, before what's that one the Poppy's Playtime, before a bunch of these, you had SCPs. So this is a scary thing. Item number SCP-1689. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. SCP-1689 is currently under restricted access in area blank. Because again, this is written, and this is kind of the beauty of these SCPs. Still to this day, I think a lot of these are very well written, and they're very creative in how they handle things, right? But everybody on this site writes these things, because this is stuff that people can submit, and it gets voted up or down, right? The way it's written is like some of these classified documents from their place of business where they're not allowed to talk about this thing, right? And so it's it's like an area blank. It's censored for us, right? Again, it reminds you a lot of how Signalis handled censoring too, where things were just blanked out of our mind. I imagine they must have taken some inspiration from this too. Medium-sized artifact storage. Compartment blank. SCP-1689 is to be stored tied shut with its mouth facing upwards at all times. Access is limited to level 3 personnel, with the exception of site cooking staff. Exploratory access to SCP-1689-A requires approval from a level 4 personnel. All expeditions must be documented with a complete manifest of equipment and staff to enter. Sorry, my throat is we had a funny time before with the art. Enzymatic Compound 13 has been developed to aid in exploration of SCP-1689-A. Protocols to establish a mobile site in the SCP are currently under review. This is the description of this SCP, okay? And they use the number as a way to identify it uniquely, and they say SCP because it's just something that you need to secure, contain, and protect, right? You need to protect it because protecting it will protect us. SCP-1689 is a burlap bag of potatoes. Yep. So it's a burlap bag of potatoes. In its Hobbleheim is currently facing the wrong way. There we go. He too is a SCP. In its stable state, SCP-1689 weighs 40 to 50 kilograms. A steel and contains approximately 200 common agricultural potatoes. Tubers of Solanum tuberosum. Why is this so detailed about the type of potato? What is this? What is this type of potato? Yeah. 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 It's okay. That's interesting. Yeah. We are gonna show the potatoes on screen. Okay? Be warned, this is a classified image of the SCP, okay? This is the real form of the SCP. Look away if you do not want to be haunted for the rest of your life. The horror. The horror. That is the SCP. This is the SCP. This is the SCP, chat. This is the SCP, right here. Let me just make it look like terrifying. Let me just make it look really terrifying here. Perfect. This is a visual description of SCP-1689, a bag of Solanum tuberosum. It's SCP-1689 is made of brown, roughly woven jute, which is, I believe, like a material not too dissimilar from rope. The interior of 1689 is vastly larger than its exterior, and is designated as SCP-1689-A. Wait, so the interior, it's like a bag of holding. The inside is a large extra-dimensional space of undetermined volume, measured to be at least 10,000 meters squared, but believed to be much greater, completely filled with potatoes. Exploration of the interior is largely incomplete due to the high degree of obstruction. For more information, please see Addendum 2 Exploration Log. What? There's an exploration log. Wait, there's an addendum. Holy shit. When portions of the interior are empty, nearby potatoes experience an abnormal form of growth characterized by tumor-like bulges. Oh. Emerging and eventually splitting into fully sized, independent potatoes. The rate of growth is roughly exponential, with a doubling period of approximately 2 hours. This effect also applies to normal potatoes introduced to SCP-1689, as well as similar edible tubers or roots such as yams and sweet potatoes, though none have been found to occur within SCP-1689 naturally. SCP-1689 was recovered from Krysovo, a small village of approximately 200 people in northern Siberia. A Russian official reported on the 2nd of June 2001 something, that Krysovo had made no outside contact in 4 decades, had no surrounding farmland. The reports were confiscated and investigated by the Foundation, at which point it was discovered that the village had been using SCP-1689 as its sole food source for well over a century. Why wouldn't you? If you had a infinitely growing bag of like potatoes or chicken or something, right? I feel like you would want to eat it too forever, no? Like, wouldn't you just want to eat it always? As a result, the villagers were suffering from extreme calcium and iron deficiencies. No one in the village was able to recall how they had come into possession of SCP-1689, only that it had been there since before the Reds, and that it was a gift for working hard. SCP-1689 was subsequently transported to Area Something, its current location, and the addendum, currently only one fully equipped expedition into the SCP has taken place. Authorized personnel may view the mission log of Captain Cameron Wells, Exploration Log 1689-I. So this is the other part that's interesting about SCPs, right? Is that because it's structured similar to like an actual report on some weird anomalous material, right? They also include stuff like addendums of like, okay, like what happens when you explore this like thing? Like what happens when you go down into the tuberverse, right? If you jump down into the giant bag of potatoes, what happens to you, right? Like do you die? Do you pass away? Do you know what I mean? Can you eat the potatoes? Can you even survive? And if it's an interior space, can you even escape? And actually, they allow you to read it too. They actually write all of it for you. I need to delete all the stuff from the site. Sorry. So I need to fix the margins. And then margin 24. Not 4. 24. Which I really enjoy. I really enjoy that they do all of this work to make it feel like a believable report. Also, you might be blinded by this. I'm sorry. I don't have dark mode on. Sorry. Exploratory mission 1689-I was scheduled for the 8th of August 20-something, with an exploration team of 4 led by Captain Cameron Wells. The Team was informed of their upcoming assignment on the 2nd of August, 20-something. More information, see document mission 1689I, equipment manifest. Mission log, Captain Wells, day -6. They told me today I was going to be leading Frederick, Carlin, and Xander into a sack of potatoes. Okay. Apparently it's bigger on the inside, or it's a pocket dimension, or it's a portal or something. There's somewhere full of potatoes. At this point, nothing surprises me. Oh, and this is supposed to be an official log, so I'm supposed to call them Agents Merrill, Ozols, and Peterson. But no one checks these, so I fucking won't. Mission log, Captain Wells, day -1. They gave us the rest of our gear and got us ready for tomorrow. The plan is to be there by noon. Lab produces really cool liquid for us to use. Some kind of acid or enzyme that dissolves the potatoes into a starchy paste. Mostly drains away, but then some of it sort of hardens to make this nice tunnel ceiling. Ooh, wait, that's actually, it reminds me a lot of, like, you know how in Prey, the whatchamacallit. What's that thing? It's like the gun that you can shoot to make like platforms. It kind of reminds me of like that, right? It's like it's like the foam gun. It's actually scary how fast it works. We have to wear skin protection so it doesn't get on us. With spray nozzles, we can carve our way straight into the potatoes. Again, I need to remind people, this is an SCP about a bag of potatoes. Like, I don't know how scary a bag of potatoes could possibly be. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 0. It was pleasant to find that they had already cleared out a small room on the other side of SCP-1689 made of plywood. What? Why did they make it out of plywood? Oh, I guess it makes sense, because you make it out of like potatoes. Listen, if you could use the potatoes as a building material, you could maybe find your way through, but you can't, because it just spawns more potatoes, right? It was certainly weird crawling into a bag and coming out in a totally different room, but again, nothing surprises me. We actually didn't see any potatoes right away. Then we opened up the excavation door, and yep, wall of potatoes. Potatoes above, in front, and below. We decided to cut a roughly 2x2 meter tunnel straight forward. Compasses don't work here, but there isn't a very good chance of getting lost because we can always find a way back from the radio signal. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 1. Excavating's slow work. We can clear about 30 meters an hour. That sounds glacial, but it's 120 cubic meters of potato. And that's a kilometer in 2 days if we make good effort. And it isn't that hard. I mean, 2 of us spray and 2 of us shovel away the goop. Every 100 meters or so, we put up some support beams. Whoever invented this enzyme is a genius. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 2. God, I hate the odor of this stuff. I actually like the smell of potatoes because the enzyme this place smells like vomit. I'm sick of it already. Fuck. We actually spilled some enzyme on the ground today, and it turns out we were only like a meter off this concrete floor. Command's really surprised. Oh, sorry, that was day 5. But this is the first other thing than the potatoes they found. Cool. We decided to just start going on the floor. It's not too inconvenient, and it's nice to have a solid footing. So we found a concrete floor at the bottom. That's weird. As if it's like a portal to some other realm, right? Like, why is there a concrete floor in it? That's weird. Wait. Did you know that the word spud comes from digging with a spade to make the hole you plant them in? Carlin did. And she made sure we all did, too. And then she repeated the word spud to herself all day while we were excavating. Captain's log. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 9. This is hardly even agent's work. Why don't they have D-class doing this? Mission log, Captain Wells, day 11. Tomorrow we're on our own. It's becoming too inefficient to resupply us every few days, so Command's providing us with 2 months of MREs. Yo, I love MREs, dude. MREs look so tasty. I want to do like, you know how Steve 1989 MRE does it and just eats like MREs. It looks so tasty to try it. And tanks have more than enough enzyme to last that long. We haven't found anything after that, they say, then the mission will be abandoned. Obviously, we'll still have radio contact. It's nice being alone. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 12. It's nice being alone with the team. At night, it's almost like camping. Yeah, camping in a weird cavern made of spuds. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 16. 4 days have passed. That's a lot of time. Out of the blue, something interesting happened. We found a wall today. What? You found a wall? It's made of the same material as the floor. The base floor, not the starch stuff. Concrete. It runs at an angle 20 degrees through a tunnel's perpendicular. Command told us to follow it. And it's not like there's anything else interesting going on. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 19. So concrete floor and concrete walls. Today Frederick got thinking, and sure enough, concrete ceiling. Wait, this is a huge development, guys. There's a whole ceiling to this place. I mean, obviously there would be a ceiling, but the fact that like there's even more to it. It's a whole enclosed room, so there is a limit to it. This whole time it's been about 3 meters above us, which means that the whole time we've been inside of a building, a huge building. We can map it out. We can probably find the exit and discover where in the world this potato hell is. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 28. 9 days later. Xander says it's potato. What the fuck? I've not heard him say it until now. It's been 4 weeks surrounded by potatoes, and he hasn't said the word until now. It's the first person I've met who actually says it like that. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 36. It's been longer since we started following the wall than from the walls to the start. Xander thinks it isn't going anywhere, but Frederick wanted to press on. Command deferred to me, and, well, I don't want the last month to have been pointless. We'll go for another 3 kilometers at least. Captain Wells. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 38, two days later. Today we decided to blow a fucking hole in the wall. Carlin had charges in a pack, God knows why, so why not? The wall wasn't going anywhere. We all stood clear, blasted. Took a long time to clear all the mashed potato away. But sure enough, we created a 3-meter hole. Guess what was on the other side? Potatoes. I would love to eat those potatoes. Imagine making mashed potato. Imagine going into a potato like hole, right? And you have C4, and you don't bring cream and butter to make mashed potato. Salt and pepper, couple forks. I could get through that. I could get through that bad boy in like a week, tops, max. It's just 40 days to go through it. I could eat all of it in like a week. We started excavating through the hole we made, and turns out it actually is different outside. It definitely is outside. The ground is dirt. And extremely dead grass. That means this thing isn't anywhere on Earth. I guess the building was some kind of gigantic warehouse. That's a very weird detail. Huh. We've been hearing these sort of faint rumbles ever since we blew the charges. Xander's starting to go wily about it. But as far as we can tell, nothing's happened. Mission log, Captain 12, day 43. How high do these potatoes go? If we're outside, then there's no vertical clearance. So does it go all the way up into the atmosphere? Is this whole universe filled with potatoes? It's so weird thinking that we're outside. Does it feel any different from being inside the building? It's like we're underground. Well, I guess we are. It's just the ground is made of potatoes. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 44. We found an actual tree! Yo! A dead one. Surrounded by potatoes. But a tree rooted in the ground nonetheless. We have to be careful about it because the enzyme chews it up, but we managed to fully uncover it. Its branches were sort of a weird splitting at these perfectly 30-degree angles, but overall looked pretty normal. The lab had me collect a bark sample. That doesn't seem good. Why would you bring a sample at home? That seems kind of dangerous, no? It totally made the outside fact real. What is this place? Mission log. Captain Wells, day 48. So 4 days after they found the tree. Huh. Xander was worried about the rumbles we've been hearing. So he turned back to look. Turns out about 100 meters of our tunnels caved in. Oh no. Command didn't know either. They said they started digging us out from the other side, and it was my choice if I wanted to keep excavating. Frederick and Carlin want to continue, so continue we do, listening to Xander complain. I didn't sign up for this shit yet, no shit. The Foundation didn't exactly know you were going into the realm of taters when they recruited you. It's not the kind of thing you put in the fine print just in case. Mission log. Captain Wells, day 51. We keep finding more shit. Frederick uncovered this twisted bicycle and got super psyched about it. He knew there had to be humans here before because of the building, but it didn't really occur to me until I saw the bicycle. Jesus. Mission log. Captain Wells, day 55. Fuck. I'm an awful captain. There was another big rumble today. Huge cave-in. We nearly got crushed, but somehow we all managed to take refuge under the tree branches. This time, we lost contact with command. We still detect some faint radio transmissions, but it's too staticky for correspondence. Obviously, I made the call to turn back, but we have no idea how bad it is. It could take weeks to get out. Fuck. I should have turned back. Mission log. Captain's well. Day 62. Frederick told us today that we should have brought an Irishman. Okay, Frederick, listen, buddy, Buddy, you don't have to say it like that, Frederick. Come on. I told him that he was an asshole. He was chuckling about it all day long. What an absolute prick. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 65. We ran out of food rations today. Oh god. Xander freaked out and started saying we were going to starve until I told him he was a fucking idiot. There's literally potatoes everywhere, dude. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 67. We should have brought a goddamn spice kit. We need to season this. Somebody get the butter. Carlin actually had cooking equipment in a pack. God knows why. So we prepared the potatoes a couple of different ways. But still potatoes. My taste buds are starting to shut down. This is gonna take forever. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 68. It's too hard to clear out the original tunnels we made. It'll be quicker to just cut straight to the bag. Anyways, tomorrow I'll tell my team to just start carving a new tunnel. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 69. Nice. Fuck. We ran out of enzyme today. Sure, I noticed the supply dwindling, but it doesn't really work to ration it, so we just kept using it like normal. Now we're out. Okay. The good news is that we were inside the building when it happened. That means we can shovel our way out as long as there is a ceiling. It's 5 meters from top to bottom, so I can't imagine we could make a tunnel any narrower than 1.5 meters. That's going to be slow, but we should get there. The real digging problem is space. Where are we going to dump the potatoes? Wait, that's true. Where are you going to move the potatoes? So we have a little bubble of space that we just sort of move through the building. It's going to take a long time, but I'm honestly not sure what we'll run out of first. Food is covered, and they've actually got enough water in them. The oxygen is starting to get stale, though. I don't know how much is able to fit through the cracks between the potatoes. That's true! Jack, when you're stuck in a potato hell, right, you don't have enough oxygen. Not enough oxygen going to your brain. You're going to die. I don't even know what to do for morale. I told everybody that command's probably digging from the other side and is going to find us, but they're all depressed. There's supposed to be a 65-day mission max. Frederick made a joke about the word tuber. I don't remember exactly what. Stupid anyways. It's probably a stupid joke about YouTubers. We have feelings too. Mission log. Captain Wells. Day 70. Maybe it's because we're just melting them, but there's something none of us noticed before. The potatoes are real ugly looking. They got these bulges which sort of like wiggle and grow slowly. He didn't say like, I added that, sorry. Absolutely disgusting and they're our only meal. Mission log. Captain Wells, day 71. I hate the smell of potatoes. I'd have to vomit back just for the smell. Fuck. Mission log. Captain Wells, day 72. It's fucking smaller. Our bubble of space is smaller and it's because of more fucking potatoes. Our area wasn't precisely dimensioned or anything, but Carlin was the first to mention it when we woke up, and suddenly it's obvious to everyone. The whole area has shrunk a good 10 cubic meters. What the fuck? I was paying attention today. Sorry, Captain Mission log, Captain Wells, day 73. I was paying attention today. Those ugly bulges, they actually get big fast. When they get to be the size of a potato, they split off. That's where all the potatoes are coming from. Our area got even smaller today. Wait! So the potatoes are growing their own potatoes from themselves, but if they eat the potatoes, will the potato grow into them? Mission log, Captain Wells, day 74. We're running out of space and time. There's barely enough room to work anymore. We're knocking elbows and shoulders while we shovel. Fucking taties, fucking spuds, fucking yams, fucking tubers, fucking roots. I swear they'll kill me while I'm sleeping and I'll have potatoes fucking stuffed down my throat. Mission log, Captain Wells, day 75. All day long, Xander's whining. Shut the fuck up. I hate the dark too. We all hate the dark. The yellow lambs with the brown potatoes and taste of food, we all hate it, okay? Okay? It's not like I can yell at the team. I keep them all going. I'm the captain. Captain Wells, potato commander. I keep it together and invent it all in these fucking logs. Mission log. Captain Wells. Day 76. I can't breathe. I can't fucking breathe and there's no room to shovel. Fuck. Mission log. Captain Wells, day 78. The final day. I feel like I'm breathing inside someone else's lungs. Who's already exhaled, so there's nothing but carbon dioxide. No one can even speak while we're working. We're dead within the week. Death by potatoes. Concluding statement. On the 3rd of November, 2010 something. Mission Captain Wells and Agents Ozols, Muriel, and Peterson connected with a secondary excavation team. They connected with them. They actually escaped. Although they were suffering from oxygen deficiency and a deteriorated mental state, all team members recovered within 3 weeks. Captain Wells declined to write a post-mission summary. Again, absolutely amazing. I still can't believe that SCP has so much like work being done to like write these things, right? Because again, it's a stupid concept. A bag of potatoes that is an SCP that constantly grows and fills the space that's available. And then all of a sudden, it's like, you know, like they, and again, it's meant to be scary and unsettling, right? It's meant to be this thing that's gonna like chase you like down, right? But how do you make a bag of potatoes terrifying? Well, it keeps growing, and it's space, and it keeps growing everywhere, and it keeps taking over, and eventually you can't breathe anymore. Eventually, it's a claustrophobia thing. I didn't expect the claustrophobia angle, right? You think it's a ship post, but then wait a minute, it's actually not a ship post. It's a spud post. That's a damn good spud. That was a really good one. And it's why I really love SCP still, right? Sure, backrooms and stuff and liminal spaces are kind of cool visually. Visually, they're really, really cool. But the thing that makes SCP so fascinating, I think, is that creativity that they have when they try to turn an idea into some very terrifying reality, right? That like ability for them to like create something fantastical, but also like strange and like otherworldly that seems very close to real, but also it just behaves in a way that it shouldn't. And so you like look at it and you underestimate it, and all of a sudden it starts to take over your entire space, and boom, all you see are when did the image get so big? I haven't been doing this, chat. I swear to God, I have not been doing the image. Wait, what's that, chat? There's a potato!